Hey, this is New York Dan for the Life Hack channel. A couple days ago, you may have caught my video, which you can always look at it later, where I was experimenting with Glass Ionomer filling material. And I mixed it up a couple batches. I made a tooth out of epoxy that I was testing it on. If you want to call it a tooth, more like a glob. But yeah, I've been under the gun here because I actually had a problem myself that I need to fix. That's why I started doing all this crap. Now, when I started this channel, I thought it would be all fun and games. I thought I'd be doing recipes, supplements. There goes the phone. It's non-stop. Yeah, I thought the channel would be fun. Nobody told me that I would end up having to do fillings or medical stuff like this. This is above my pay grade. So anyway, after I did that video on mixing this stuff up, I needed to do a repair on my tooth. The thing was, you may have seen in my last video, I'm just making sure I have this thing wide angled. You may have seen in my last video that I was stressed out about matching the color on this thing. And I did some test mixes, and I was like, this stuff looks way too damn dark. Then I emailed a few people on eBay that were selling it, and I'm like, I see you guys have this A2 color. What about A1? It turns out the color code is right on the bottle of the restorative. Okay, now, you saw when I was doing that other video that I have both. I got both probably from eBay. I got the cement and the restorative. I got Prime Dent. It's made in USA. If anybody got the other brands, like they have Micron Superior, which looks like a good Glass Ionomer. It looks like the standard stuff. The question I have is, damn, that thing won't stop. The question I have is, the Micron Superior, is that stuff FDA approved? When I looked on eBay, the Micron Superior, some of it was shipping from India directly, and it's damn cheap too. It's a really good bargain. It's only like 12. I saw it on there for $12.95, Micron Superior, with free shipping too. I mean, it's almost too good to be true. The other thing I want to know, has anyone seen what color the Micron Superior is? Does that come? I don't see the colors, but one of the listings, it looks like it has the same kind of scale where they were selling it in that A2 color. So if anyone knows about this stuff, if it's available, and there's another brand too, but it seems to be pretty expensive. Fuji makes Glass Ionomer. If anyone knows about the color codes and the deal with these things, just leave it in the comment. Feel free to comment. I also wanted to make a point or share that I read doing my research on this, which I spent a lot of time on last week because this tooth thing came up, and I'm like, I gotta fix this damn thing. Let me research this and try to put it on the channel. Okay, turns out the Glass Ionomer is the best damn thing for the teeth. It releases fluoride, it bonds to your natural tooth material, and it's essentially, they call it biomimetic dentistry. It mimics your biology, in other words. Now, okay, the thing I read, which I wanted to share, bottom line is there are some Glass Ionomers that are not self-curing, and you have to get a light, a UV light, to cure them. For whatever reason, maybe they have composite in with it. For whatever reason, those do not give you the protection. They don't release the fluoride. They don't work with your tooth naturally. So anything light cured is not going to be a good choice if you really want to do this right. It takes patience. This is the thing. When you do this repair, it takes 2 hours for it to set up, and they say do not drink or eat for 2 hours. Secondly, they said put Vaseline or cocoa butter over your tooth, over the repair. Wait for 2 hours. Okay, not everyone can do that. That's hard to do. When I did this tooth repair, what I was able to do is, I was lucky enough to be able to take a nap right after I did it. I lied down on the other side of my face from the tooth repair to keep the repair dry. I put the Vaseline on it, and I was able to follow the directions. Then what they say is it takes 24 hours for it to harden up fully set before it can be shaped with tools or polished. So from what I'm reading online, dentists don't like this because it really slows the process down. You can't do the whole thing in one day. You have to go the first day, have it put in, they put the Vaseline or whatever, you can't eat for 2 hours. Then you have to come back after 24 hours and have the thing like shaped. So if the dentist doesn't shape it right, it might have like a jut or something bothering your mouth or your gum. Now, what I'm going to tell you, when I did this repair here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the video of doing the repair and stuff, and I'm going to show you how it came out. When I did this repair here, I very carefully crafted this thing, and I actually used tools, and when it got rubbery, I went over it and I made sure that I wasn't going to be stuck with something that was going to bother me when the repair fully set up. Now I just want to show you a few things here. If you do this, but you see, I can't advocate anything here. This is all at your own damn risk. Okay? This is all your own risk. I'm not advocating anything. I'm showing you what I did. There goes the phone. What is this garbage? I'll let that go on voicemail. Okay, this thing right here, you're gonna want one of these. It is a dental tool. You can get this online, but this thing came in handy. See, if I pick that up, then they're never gonna stop calling, or if I put that to decline. This thing I got online. It's a dental tool, and this thing really helped because when the repair set up, I was able to take the end of this thing, and you can see, let's see if I can get it to focus. Yeah, there we go. You see the end of this thing, how it's shaped? It's kind of like a knife edge too, a little bit. You can kind of carve the Glass Ionomer, and then this one here is more of a straight. It's almost like the same type of thing. You can kind of carve the Glass Ionomer with this stuff, with this tool. Once it turns rubbery, you have to do it very carefully. And I also use this to check where I repaired, to make sure that the tooth itself wasn't soft. I wanted to make sure the tooth was structurally sound, like the structure of it, they call it like dentin. I wanted to make sure it was not like anything weird going on, like mush or a soft spot. This one I didn't use, but this is another one that professional dentists use to like smooth the filling material or kind of shape it. This might be good more on like a molar. This thing here is also good. I may have used this when I was doing it to cut away some of the spare glass ionomer. It's two little tapered, see what this is right there, two knife edge things. Now what I do is I rub these things down in rubbing alcohol, right? And just to make sure they're clean. And the good part is they've only been going in my mouth. They're not going in anyone else's. I have a whole kit that I bought. I may have shown this in the last video, but if you look around, here it is right here. It even came in like a carrying case. I'm just going to show you real quick here. This may have been in my other video, but check this out. These tools, they all came in this kit. I got this for a bargain on like eBay or Amazon. I have a little mirror. There's like a tweezer. Here's another one of those like shaping type pick tools. There's all kinds of nifty little tools in here. Oh, this one looks really good. I didn't even see that. Oh yeah, but it's rough on one side of it. It's rough. The back side though might be good for kind of smoothing over the material. And believe it or not, you're gonna see when I do the rest of the video, I explain more and about the tooth repair, and then I'm going to show you how the tooth came out. I did the repair a couple days ago. The tooth is doing great. I feel it feels really good. And then what I'm going to do, I'm not going to fool with it too much because it's pretty good the way it came out, but I'm going to do another video. I'm going to show you what I got here. I also have these little polishing compounds, and I got this thing. I'm going to do another video where I buff my tooth to kind of blend the repair and polish it a little. That's for another video. But what I was curious about, this kind of repair, this thing is called, I was going to say cervical, but I think cervical cavities, okay? Now, if anyone knows what causes this, let me know in the comments. I'm gonna show you right now what I'm reading. Okay, am I saying that right? Cervical cavities? Because I think that's what I had. And I'm not really... Yep, you see where that one is right there? I either had a cavity or an erosion. Now, I'm kind of puzzled why that one tooth had the problem. Insufficient mineralized enamel is easily destroyed by bacteria. I mean, I brush my teeth regularly. I don't get, heredity, pregnancy, disruptions in the hormonal system, unbalanced diet with a high sugar content. I try to avoid that. I don't know what's going on. Prevention. Diet should be contained. Yeah, starchy foods and sweets should be avoided. I don't get it. But anyway, yeah, leave comments if people know about this, how to prevent this kind of crap. I think I was doing everything right, and my tooth seemed to just erode at the base of it for whatever reason. Okay, I'm going to show you how this repair came out, and you're going to see the cavity too. So just bear with me here. I'm going to put the video together. We're on to the next step right now, which is actually from few days ago when I bit the bullet and actually did the repair. And then I'm going to show you how it came out after that, the final stage. I actually show you when I did it a little bit, but then we'll take a look at it. Alright. Okay guys, I just did a quick video where I mixed up Glass Ionomer 50-50. The white powder is the cement, the tan colored stuff is the restorative, and the restorative I figured this out on here. It says A2. A2 is the color, and I think this is also called Class 2 fillings. It does, because it's a restorative. A1 is a lighter color, but I can't seem to find that stuff on eBay, which is where this stuff is sold. I found the Class 2, or the A2. That's easy to find. So anyway, I did a test mixing half and half to make this lighter, because you can see how much whiter the cement powder is than the restorative, but they're both kind of like the same thing. It's a powder, and I used the restorative, this restorative liquid, and this damn stuff, other than the label that they put on the can, it looks exactly the same consistency as the cement liquid part. So I'm like, okay, is this safe to use on the skin? Well, what I did is, on my hand here, I put some on that was wet, and I let it set on my hand just to see what would happen. And what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to scrape this off my hand. Let's see if I can set this up here. Okay. So this is it right here, and I want to see, what does it do when I take it off my hand? Is this going to give me a problem? Okay, there it is right there. And you see when it dried, it looks like it pulled some of the skin. It looks like it shrunk it. Okay, okay. Look at that. I just lifted it, and the whole thing just came right off. Look at that, beautiful. Just came right off. And there's, you know, there's no damage under there. I'm not even gonna wash my hand. There's one more little piece. Yep. It's not like epoxy where, you know, if you get that crap on your hand or whatever, it doesn't come off. Okay. I just scraped that. I don't see any damage here where that spot was. Because I was worried, because it had that acid component in it that activates the cure. So I'm like, what does this do when it sets up? If I get it on my gum, because it's right at the gum line. This is like the trickiest repair to actually, let me tell you, to actually do a repair. I'm like, this thing is like, it's like learning to ride a bike without any training wheels on it. This thing is, it's like trying to skydive by jumping off the Grand Canyon, learning to skydive. So, because I'm doing it right at the gum line, but I'm learning a lot more about this stuff, and this is encouraging right here. I'll see what happens to that hand if there's any reaction. Alright guys, next clip, I'll appear. Hey guys, New York Dan here for the Life Hack channel. Okay, today I am going to be doing a little dentistry. This is an update on my video about the Glass Ionomer. Yeah, as you know, I showed in my last video, I have a real problem. Okay, see that void there? We do weird stuff on this channel, be warned. But, whoop, and we do that crap too, because it's not professional. The thing is, if you go, I've said this before in my last video, if you go to the dentist, they're going to drill on that. they always do drilling. This is kind of like homeopathic or biomimetic dentistry, what I'm doing. It's cutting edge with this Glass Ionomer stuff. Now, I wanted to do a few updates on this, and when I do the actual tooth repair, where I apply the stuff and shape it, I don't know if I'll try, but I have an idea. I got this camera out here, my Sony, and this is a really good camera, okay? This thing has a good lens on it and stuff. I am gonna try to photograph what I do, and then I might be able to put that into the video, and maybe I'll be able to use this my high def camcorder video on what I'm doing. I'm not sure. I'm gonna do it in the mirror. I have a lot of lighting. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna do it in here. Now you see, I got all these track lights here that are very bright. I have LED lights too that I can flip on. I have a lot of lighting in here, okay? I got a mirror and I got a counter to work on right here. Got water, got all the stuff here, and it's very bright in this room. Now, I don't know if it's feasible to put, I don't know if I can get the camera on this when I do actually do it or not. But I can definitely show what the before and after is. And the deal is with this stuff, it takes like 2 hours. It takes, 2 hours. They say don't eat or drink. Apparently, even though this stuff moisture cures, they don't want it getting wet. So there's a few preparations and a few notes. Once you do it, they want you to put petroleum jelly over it to keep saliva from getting to the filling. Now, last night I geeked out further and I did more research on this. I watched some more videos from a dentist, and they were saying, this dentist said it was because the acids could mess up this Glass Ionomer when it's what is this term? Setting. When it's curing. Okay. Now, what I did, getting a little nervous here. This is just, I'm having just as much anxiety if I was going to the actual real dentist. This is crazy. It should be nothing. I'm just worried about the chemical reaction. Now, I'm gonna splice it in. I filmed the other day. I did more mixing and experimenting, and I actually put some of this stuff on my hand. A little dab, a small amount. Just, I wanted to see what the reaction is with the skin, what it does. And it would, when it's set, I could take it off my hand, and it didn't cause any damage. It was like, it was right around this area of my hand, and you can't even tell where it was. So it didn't seem to be anything terrible, because to do this, it's gonna be touching my gum, so to speak. Now, here's my advice. Practical advice here. I had this in my travel bag, right? It's a temporary filling from the drugstore, Walgreens or CVS, any drugstore you can get it. And I looked at the ingredients, and it contains a zinc. Some of them have this has the same stuff. It's EU, eugenol, zinc eugenol. I'm probably butchering that, but it's a common, I've seen that on YouTube. Other people's videos have showed doing stuff with this, but this stuff is pretty much garbage. It's almost like homemade Play-Doh. It falls out. It says see a dentist within 48 hours or whatnot. But you see, when I went to Walgreens to get the petroleum jelly, I was browsing around and I saw on the aisle one of these kits. And I'm like, wait a minute, I got that at home, And this is perfect. This is what I wanted. And the CVS one looks a lot better than the Walgreens one. You see this little thing? This is the perfect thing for applying this filling material in my mouth, because I have professional dental tools that are metal, but I'm not so sure I want to put, it's like a sharp blade. This is like more mouth friendly in my opinion. I also have toothpicks here to mix it up with, okay? But I'm not so sure. The toothpick can't really like put it into the tooth. I was thinking about getting a syringe, but you're mixing up such a small amount of this Glass Ionomer. My thinking is if I put it in a syringe, I'm gonna need to mix a lot of it up because it's gonna waste a fair amount of it, squeezing it through the end of the syringe. There's always a little bit of waste. So we're gonna try it with this. Okay, now this is important here, stressing here. Okay, let's see, this is, I'm doing it baptism by fire. You see, if it was on top of a molar, and if this works, I'm gonna do my molars as well after I treat them with SDF again. That's silver diamine fluoride, and subscribe to the channel because I'm going to be posting more videos about that stuff, and I'm going to give you a whole bunch of data on it because I've been using that for a while. The thing is, this tooth had been bothering me a bit and it keeps getting that food trap in it. Going back to when I went to Massachusetts, before I got COVID even, I was worried about this tooth. So I've kicked the can down the road long enough, and now the reason I'm doing these videos and this is coming together the way it's coming together, and the reason I'm stressed, it's because I gotta fix this damn thing. This thing is a problem. I watched videos and they call it something like a cervical, if that's the word, cervical like erosion. It may not even be a real cavity. It might just be that the tooth has worn away from acid in the mouth. I was watching a dentist and he's like, he's like, it's strange. Some people get these. And he's like, we don't, you know, why do some people have that? What's going on that causes that? You know? But this is what I did. I experimented the other day with more mixing, and I think I filmed the damn thing where I put it on my hand to show you what I was testing, but my other video shows the mixing. So what I did is I just did my own mixing here without filming it, and I was experimenting with mixing. Here's the deal. The color on my previous video about Glass Ionomer, where I actually took a while, I looked at the cases that I bought, all my stuff here. This one here, I was complaining that it was really brownish looking, and I found out that it has a color code right on here. Duh. I'm freaking talking about it, and I see it in my own video right on the can. Now, why is this thing acting up? It must be the lighting in here. There it is. It says color A2. Okay. Now, this is what's making it so brown. I can't believe the color is that dark. They have an A1 color, and I found the color chart online, and the A1 color is more whitish. But guess what? I can't find anyone selling the A1 color. I just messaged some people on eBay this week and that were selling it. I'm like, you have A2? That's what I already have. What about A1? And everyone wrote back. They're like, no, sorry, we can't get that. We don't have the A1 or whatever. So that's like hard to find, right? This prime dent Glass Ionomer. If anyone knows, I've also seen that Micron Superior stuff on there. If anyone's bought that or mixed it up, I would like to know if they found the Micron is brownish like this A2 color, or is it more white have they gotten a micron that says A1 in the micron literature that comes with it? I looked on YouTube, I can't find, they do these videos, but they leave out all the details. If someone has micron and there's a sheet, an instruction sheet, or on the box, because I looked on eBay too, and none of the boxes seem to have information. Okay, the problem is there's another thing going on too. This is called a Class 2 restorative, Glass Ionomer Class 2. So I saw in the micron box it says 2, the ones for sale. I haven't bought the micron, but there's a place right near me in New York. I'm on Long Island. There's a place near me that was selling it, and they wrote back, no, that didn't have the micron. I think that had the prime dent. Either that or I'm waiting to hear back. Anyway, my point being, this is a Class 2 restorative, but the color code is A2. And there's other colors available with the Class 2 restorative. So if anyone's got micron superior, let me know if there's a color code in the literature that comes with it, or on the box. It would say A in front of it. I think that's a standard thing, no matter what the make is. Some of the micron superior is really cheap. I saw on eBay that you could get micron superior. This is almost like ridiculous. $12.95, less than $13, and it had free shipping. Now it was coming from India though. Okay, so the problem is it said something about 3 weeks to 6 weeks maybe on the shipping. So if you plan ahead, you can get a real bargain on this stuff if your teeth are okay and you can wait. If you need it right away though, if you want to repair something and you procrastinate, then you're gonna have to pay more. But also, I don't know where the micron is. That stuff made in India? There's another brand called Fuji, which people like brag about. That's actually made in Japan. As I said in my last video, I went with this prime dent because it's actually made in USA, and being that I live here, I kind of trust it more as to like the like the FDA and like the regulations as to how it's made or what the contents are. I kind of am a little leery of the stuff made overseas. It might be perfectly fine, I'm being like paranoid. Okay, now when I mixed this up the other day, this is what I'm doing. Okay, and this, talk about paranoid, this is I'm doing my own experiments here. I also have this prime dent cement, Glass Ionomer cement, right? This stuff is pure white powder. I think I may have filmed this the other day. I'll have to look. When I edit this, I'm gonna put it together. The restorative has coloring in it and other stuff to make it more brownish, right? Here's the restorative cure, the liquid part or gel part. You see that stuff? Here's the dental cement, liquid part, cure for that. Look at it. See that stuff? I think it's the exact same stuff, okay? But what I did is, in my experiment, I used the restorative, which I'm doing. I need that for sure. And what I did is I mixed the dental cement 50-50 with the restorative powder, just the powder part. I used the restorative cure, the gel, and I mixed it up. I mixed it all together and it came out perfectly. It's more closer to the color of my tooth, and I actually use this thing to mix it. Now you see this stuff down by my thumb? This is the actual stuff mixed 50-50 dental cement and the restorative powder. And look how nice that is. That's like tooth color. Check this out. And it's going way down here where it's more yellow. That's like porcelain tooth material. And when I scrape it with my fingernail, it seemed to have a good sheen to it, and it seems to be like a real tooth now. And I just mixed this up, I think it was yesterday when I did that. On the other side of this is the Prime Dent A2 color. And you can see this is the Prime Dent, the A2, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, in real life, I got lights on it here, but in real life, this color A2, that is pretty brown stuff. It's like yellow, it's almost like a brown. The plumber's epoxy's a white, so you can really see the difference. And, whoop. I don't know, it depends what you want. It depends how white you want to get that cement. Myself, I'd like to have a Hollywood type look. That's like, you know, I'm on camera, come on. Being that I'm a star, I gotta have that Hollywood type aesthetic going on. So the color's important to me. Yes, maybe I'll die because I mixed the two powders together, but at least I'll look good in the casket. Now, let's see. Okay, this is what I was gonna tell you too. Okay, when I mix the two colors together, the two types, it's not just colors. The problem is one's a cement and one is a restorative. The good news about this stuff, both of these things that I mixed up, they're readily available on eBay. I found so many listings with the cement, which is pure white powder. There's plenty of cement available, Prime Dent, made in USA. There's plenty of restorative with A2. So if I mix them together, and this you're not gonna find on any other channel, I mix this stuff together, it turns out I can customize it to my liking. Okay, now when I did the experiment yesterday, mixing them together, I wanted to make sure that they set up. That's why I put it on that epoxy. They set up correctly. And I also wanted to know what I was dealing with in terms of when I work on my tooth. I wrote everything down here. I had my stopwatch going, and I put down what this stuff does. And this is what I found out. This is a 50-50 fill and cement mix of powder, which I'm gonna use that exact thing on this tooth. Okay, it said like mix it only for 30 seconds basically to get it mixed. But my notes, based on what it did, I'd say 3 minutes after you mix it, I put apply GI. I put workable, let's see, I put workable correct. Oh, I kept testing it on that epoxy chunk with my tools, right? I put workable, I guess you could easily shape it at 5 minutes, at the 5 minute mark since you mixed it. 6 minutes later, it's like a rubber consistency, and I put down you can cut off the excess amount if you want to make a correction. By 8 minutes, I put it hardened up. So I think between 5 minutes and like 8 minutes, it's kind of rubbery. 10 minutes could carve or remove, still slightly rubbery. 12-minute mark, slight rubber. 30 minutes hard. Now I'm gonna go by that when I'm doing this repair. Now they said I'm gonna film with the camera too. Right after I do this repair, I'm gonna film it and I'm gonna I'll show you some of it. Some of it's easy enough to do. I'm gonna put cotton. I might be able to grab the camera and do some updates. This whole thing's experiment. The good part is if I can do this will be easy to do the other ones that are on the top. That's like a cakewalk. So I'm gonna go by this chart here when I'm doing this, because the problem also is the way this is, I have an idea too. When I put it on, I'm actually gonna turn my head sideways and I'll have a watch in front of me. I'm gonna hold my head in that sideways stance so the stuff sinks in and it doesn't like run. I only have to do that for like 5 minutes. Then once it turns rubbery, it's not gonna like run or sag. So this is my game plan. A lot of this stuff's easier said than done, but I'm glad I found this little tool. And we'll see what happens, folks. Stay tuned to my channel and subscribe. And if you like cruises and automotive and science, subscribe to my other channel, Ben's Products. And I'll post the update when I get this thing done. And the tooth, when I work on this tooth, I'm gonna post another update so you can see what this looks like, because no one else on YouTube is doing this. And also, yeah, this is some stupid stuff, but I'm not a dentist, and anything I'm doing on here, I'm like the crash test dummy. I'm not assuming any liability for anything that people try at home. This is my personal journal. I'm not advising people to do this. I just want to make that clear, because I don't want to get blamed for any kind of crap. Okay, but this isn't fake. This isn't this is real reality TV. I'm not faking stuff that I'm doing on here. I'm doing this for real. So I'll show you in the next video. You can see what happens. All right, guys. See you later. Okay, I'm gonna do a little bit of this repair here. The first thing I'm doing is I'm using a dental pick like this, and what I did is I felt around the repair to see if I'm dealing with soft material under there, and I actually scraped it a little with this, and it's hard stuff, it's not soft. That's a very good sign. Now I'm going to mix the ionomer up and apply it right in that area. And that part's going to be tough, because I think I might have to hold my head like this, but not tilt it down that way. The tooth, you want to have it like a flat to make it more flat. So it ain't gonna be easy, folks. Alright guys, I'm gonna start mixing this stuff up. And one of the first things you want to do, in my recommendation, is get yourself a watch that you strap on your wrist, a digital watch that has a stopwatch feature. Now this one actually, this has a digital display. I don't know if you can see it behind the number, the analog part. This way you reset that stopwatch. Oh, what am I doing now? I'm changing the damn date. I'm like all stressed. Stopwatch, here it is. Reset it to all zeros. And then as soon as I start mixing the cement, I'm going to start the watch up. And as I said, I also have a whole bag of little cotton balls, and I'm going to be blotting the tooth with the cotton ball. They just want the tooth to be saliva free, but not, you don't have to air dry it. So that's what I'm going to do. Is as soon as I get the cement mix, I'm going to go in the bathroom, put the cotton balls in my mouth around that tooth to dry it and keep the saliva away while I work on it. I have my little crafting tool right here. I'm going to use this. And then I have this watch on so I can see the time, because I may have to turn my head. I'm going to have to be like this, you know, only it's on the other side. But you get the idea. If you turn your head a certain way, you can keep the tooth so the stuff doesn't like go down. And that's only for the first, probably only for the first 6 minutes, 5 to 6 minutes. And I have the watch on, so I'll be able to tell what's going on. It's gonna take a couple minutes just to I'm just gonna rip this sheet off just to be on the safe side. It's gonna take a couple minutes just to figure this stuff out, to mix it and get this right. Pain in the neck, right? Now I'm gonna have clean paper towels at my disposal. I have a whole roll. The instruments that I'm using have all been sanitized with 91% rubbing alcohol. And the thing is, it's not like a dental office where these instruments are in other people, random people's mouths. Here's the restorative Glass Ionomer liquid. That's what I'm going to use. Now here's the restorative powder, and here's the dental cement, which I'm going to mix together to get the desired color. I'm going to do 1 scoop of each. Trying to level the scoop. Oh, you know what I'm forgetting to do? The gloves. I don't know if it makes that big of a difference. This is in real time, folks. Real time here. Okay, I have a whole box of gloves. These gloves are not medical grade either, so hopefully they're not those gloves that you may have heard a story that during COVID they were like taking used gloves and dipping them into like a cleaner and some kind of blue dye to make them look new, some crap like that. They seem hot, they seem good. I've been using these on car repairs. I haven't found any that look like they're used, so let's hope for the best. Okay, now I don't know why, but they said something about just do that with the powder. I don't know. Now, getting a level scoop of this stuff. Do you see some of the powders have like a little, here we go. Some of them have like a little, thing, like on the box, that on the, opening of the bottle that will scrape the top flat. I saw that on one that someone was trying to sell. Now, I also noticed sometimes there's these darker little particles in here. That might be something for like the, you know how it says radio opaque? I figured out those particles might have something to do with that, but I'm not really big on having, you know, I don't want to see that. There it goes, the Scarface dust again. right on my table. I've been using a vacuum to get rid of that anytime I mix this. Okay, so we'll do a scoop of each. Here's the dental powder. This stuff is more easy to get a level scoop of it, so to speak. It's a finer white powder. Just gonna put that down. I think it's the same stuff that's in this other dental restorative, but I think the restorative, it may have you know, the coloring added to it, and I don't know if they put in like a fiber or something to hold it, to make it more like durable, perhaps. Okay, mixing it. I've been using toothpicks to mix it. I think that's a good choice. These look like they're pretty good. You know, they're for putting in your tooth. I don't see any. That's not where the black stuff's coming from for sure. These toothpicks are clean. There's nothing on there. And if stuff comes off of them, I'm gonna be like George Washington with wooden. My teeth will be part wood. So it worked for him. Now, the whole point in doing this, folks, is to prevent ending up like George Washington with needing fake teeth or dentures, because this stuff is cutting edge. This has, it naturally releases fluorides. This is, you know, it's like, actually, this is like building your own. This is pretty much like building your own natural teeth, really, if you think about it. It's biomimetic. It mimics nature. It mimics your biology. They said, and I watched more videos on this actually since I filmed my last mix video, and it's a lot of good stuff I'm hearing. They're saying it the material this makes is very similar to the organic structure of your teeth. Like, it's compatible with it. It bonds to it. It's like a man-made dentin, or I think that's what they were saying. Now, I gotta be careful I don't have an air bubble in this. Now, here's the deal. We had 2 scoops, right? I'm gonna put at least 3 drops of this. They say 4 drops, but being that this is in a tricky situation, 1, and that one had an air bubble in it. 2, I don't know if I really need 3 drops. Maybe I'll add in the 3rd drop. Let's see what consistency, because now I'm trying to, this is unprofessional. I'm looking for the damn instructions. I'm 99% sure they said he had 2 drops. I'm not even gonna look at the instructions. Hell, let's just do this because the stuff's already liquid. If it looks too thick, we'll add more. According to that, it should, what did I add, 3 drops or 2? I put 2 drops. I might have to at least put another drop. 2 drops per, oh shoot. This is not going as planned here. That's got a bubble in it. Okay, that should be plenty. Because the thing is, you don't want it too liquidy, this stuff. I might not even use all that. Now, okay, I'm starting to mix it. I'm almost forgetting. Start the watch. The watch is started. The watch is started, folks. And the material is being scientifically mixed. The robot dentist. just mixing the material. I want to see what the consistency looks like. Yeah, there's that black, one of those black specks. I don't know what that crap is in here. If anyone knows, comment. I'm looking for information. I'm not doing this video to be you know, headstrong or you know, prideful or anything like that. It's just the opposite. This video is about learning, and I'm definitely open to any comments and information about this stuff, you know. Not stupid comments, of course, but educational comments. Yeah, that black stuff is in the restorative. I just got a little thing of it here, and I'm trying to wipe it off my toothpick. If anyone knows what that crap is, I hope that's not the fluoride part of it. But they're big. They're not, you know what the thing is, they're not blended in here. They're big pieces, granules. So it's like something that you wouldn't think it's supposed to be in there. I'm thinking that might show up on X-ray. It might be like to help it be radio opaque when they do, if you have your filling X-ray. But I'd rather not put that in my mouth, because if it comes out near the surface when I get the restoration done, it's not gonna look good. Okay, now here's some more of that black crap. Actually, that is so weird. Come on, don't give me that black junk here. There it goes. I don't know if it's a piece that's not mixed in enough. It's like a little granule. But, you know, if that's near the surface, that's not going to be aesthetic. Here's another piece. I don't know what that is, because I didn't notice it when I poured the powder out. Okay. Guess what? The stuff's starting to get viscous. We're at 3 minutes. Okay, what I'm going to do now, I think I'm going to just go for it with the CVS tool. Yeah, it's starting to get viscous here. Let's just take it. I have it now on the tool. It's starting to get viscous. Let's see what I can do with this in my mouth. And this part is going to be very hard. Just going to see what happens. Okay guys, I'm way too damn slow. This is what happened when I took the thing off the thing. This is the actual Glass Ionomer piece right here. It comes right off this applicator thing. That's the good part. But guys, I effed it up. I was dilly-dallying. I made the video, and I was, you know, it took me a long time to mix this stuff. Guess what happened? The stuff set up. It turned to rubber. It's now been 6 minutes since I mixed that batch up. I'm gonna have to mix this damn fast, and I'm gonna just go for it. I'm gonna leave it off camera. The thing is, I had to put cotton in my mouth, and I had a problem because I have cotton balls. It would be better to have narrow cotton rolls. I cleaned the tooth off, I put cotton, and by the time I did that, I blotted the tooth with the cotton. When I got that done, the damn stuff turned to rubber. So we gotta act fast. I'm gonna have to do it off camera, but you saw the exact thing that I did. Alright, I'll show you when I get it done. Now, Alright guys, I'm back here. Now it's a couple days later. The repair has fully hardened up. And I'm going to show you, first I'm going to show you my two pieces of the filling repair. Okay. Here they are right here. Okay. Okay. I'm doing this in real time, like fast, because I want to get the video up. It's something cool. I'm trying to get the information up on how to do it. I can do more polished videos later about this. You see this piece right here? This piece is my custom Glass Ionomer mix. I mixed that with part Glass Ionomer cement and part restorative, so I got the color. I wanted it to be a little lighter than what they were showing, and this thing is hardened up here, and it's pretty damn hard. Okay, now the reason I have these pieces is because when I mixed it up, you gotta act fast. I mixed it a little too long. By the time I got in the mirror and was ready to apply the filling, the thing had turned to rubber. Here's my test piece right here. And this, you can see, this is the original restorative. This brown tannish color. Now I have my computer on, so the light is like kind of throwing off that color. That's the original test piece, and then what I did is over here I mixed it in with the Ionomer cement, and I have these two pieces here, which to me that looked more like a tooth color. But guess what, when I did the repair, I got schooled. It doesn't matter though, because it's down by my gum line, this repair. It turned out to look a lot lighter when I did the repair than it looked on that white plumber's epoxy. Okay, I'm going to show you what the repair looks like. It's at the gum line. Like I said, on this channel, you can't do nothing easy. I wanted to do cool, fun stuff on here and not this heavy duty stuff. This is the worst damn cavity to have to do. If it was in the molar, that would be easy. Like in the top of the tooth. Okay, here it is. There's the repair. Let's see if I can zoom it. Oh. There we go. That's it, folks. It's hard. It's hard and it's working. Let me zoom that out. Subscribe to the channel. My other channel's Ben's Products. Check that one out too. Cruises, travel, automotive, all kinds of science stuff. It should be in one of my subscriptions on the Life Hack channel too. If you need to find it, just look at my subscriptions. So I'll put the rest of the video together and get this thing up so that people can see how they do this. Now I have a road trip coming up and I wanted to get this done before I went on the damn trip. So I'm under a huge amount of pressure. I'm going to be filming content for my other channel. I'm doing a road trip down to Florida, South Florida. Miami, bunch of places, and I wanted my tooth to be good for the trip, and now it was like bothering me a bit that was like a food trap there, and it was, you know, it's close to like the nerve of the tooth or whatever. So thank God I got this thing fixed. Now I can get ready for my road trip. If you look on my other channel, you'll see I'm doing that trip, and I'll be posting more stuff there. And then when I get back from the trip, now that I know how this Glass Ionomer is so great, how this stuff works, I'm going to be repairing or enhancing my other teeth in the bottom of my mouth here that have like ridges, and I have a filling that's kind of eroded around it a bit. That's a composite filling. I'm going to be filling all that stuff in and making my teeth like Hollywood. So we're doing good here. This is really cool stuff, which I didn't even think I could do it. So alright guys, next video I'll see you guys.